Good morning. I'm Lynn and welcome to another day at Ewetopia Farms. Right now we're starting off in the mudroom. This is where all our clothes are and where we put our mucky boots and stuff. We had a big snowstorm last night, so Arnie's out snow blowing the neighbors and our yard as well. And I thought, while I was ready to open the door here, all the dogs were sitting waiting, and we had some confusion about our dogs. So before I started the day, I thought I'd quickly introduce them to you, for those of you who weren't sure who's who. This big guy here, this is Max. Max is the one you hear barking in all the videos. He's also the main one that follows Arnie down the feeders while he's rolling out bales, and he's constantly barking at pigeons, and he also hides behind things thinking that we can't see him so that he can jump out and surprise Ben. And this is Ben here. Ben is Max's brother. They're from the same litter, and they're both tricolor border collies, but Ben's brown markings are a little more prominent than Max's. Ben is the pleaser. If anybody starts to yell, Ben will immediately come to your side and look at you as if to say, I'm the good one, I'm the good one, it was Max. So both of them are untrained border collies, but both come from working lines. So they do their job around here with the sheep pretty good without training. And Katie is the old girl. Not sure how old she is now. I'd have to check when we got her. But I'm going to guess she's around 8. She's also untrained. And she's a black and white border collie. But she really has good instincts for herding. So if we want to move sheep well, she's pretty good at that because she'll push the sheep quite well from the back, whereas Ben and Max, with the instincts of border collies, tend to block the sheep. The border collie's instinct is to bring the sheep to the the pack leader, which would be us. So when we're trying to move sheep, say to the coveralls, Ben and Max oftentimes we'll put them in the barn so they're out of the way, because they'll tend to run in front of the sheep to stop them when we actually want them to move forward. Katie is the one that pushes the sheep up. But if all three are working together, they'll tend to stay with Katie and push the sheep. So those are our dogs. As I open the door, Arnie's brought the snowblower out here. But you can see our porch, everything. The car is once again totally covered in snow. There was a really weird snowstorm last night because along with the snow came thunder and lightning, which is really rare. The problem this morning is that I have to get to my bird feeder. They're waiting for me patiently there to feed them, but I got about 1.5 feet of snow to truck through. Normally I have a path there. So off we go to the bird feeder. Aww. Oh dear, maybe thicker, maybe deeper than I thought. Not too much for the wild birds to eat at this time of year otherwise. I'll see if anybody comes up here. The chickadees are usually not too shy. The blue jays are a little more shy. And we got some cardinals here too. Definitely a winter wonderland today. I mean, look at the snow piled up on the tractor from last night. That's Katie, the one who likes to roll in the snow. Is that fun, Katie? You're a silly girl. Welcome to Canada. We got the pathway to the door to the barn shoveled out. No pathway to the rams yet. Let's go inside and see what today has in store for us. Oh, and there's Buddy, living in the lap of luxury. He likes to sleep in the milk house because it's got a heater. You're a good boy, Buddy. Really good. Birds are fed, so we gotta take care of these cats before I go in and feed bottles. There you go, Buddy. Wakey, wakey. And Tom's waiting out here. I can see him through the door window here. He's waiting for his food too. Hi, Tommy. Good morning. Are you waiting? Hi. Hi, pussycat. Oh. And this is the new family group. I see they're already having a good time. The lambs love it when you put them in groups with other lambs. They're way at the other end now. Here they come. Hi, guys. Hi. We got Scotty's food too, because Tom and Buddy get along. And Scotty was the first one here, but these guys are kind of bullies to Scotty, so Scotty doesn't want to come up where they are. And yeah, sure enough, the bottle babies have heard me too. Oops, I just saw these guys again. So they're gonna make their way up here, I think. I can see you guys. I can see you. Yes, you're trouble. I see that. Let's feed Scotty first, and then we'll bring your bottles. Are you a little hungry, Scotty? Where can we feed you? Someone moved Scotty's bowl, so. Here, Scotty. Let's put your food over here, where the sheep can't get it. There we go. Hi, are you here too? Let's get your bottles. Bottles are ready. We'll head out to the back of the barn to feed these guys. You gonna come back to your pen with your moms? Me? Come on then. Let's go back with the others and we'll feed you your bottles. Actually, yesterday I cut them back to 2 feedings a day because I felt they were actually getting a little chubby. So we don't want them getting fat. We want them in good condition. And they're starting to eat creep feed now too. So it's time to cut them back. I know, I hear you. It's hard to miss that. Are you guys hungry? Are you? You're going the wrong way, sweetheart. Open the gate. They all run out. And then they all run back in. Come on, you guys. Not you, Ben. Come on. Come on, move in. Buddy, come on. Get in. Get in. Get in. Okay. Here's the mayhem. That's the bottle feeding. Come on, you guys, over here. There we go. And you, I don't know why you can't figure out a bottle holder. It's a little bit time consuming with you. Right now these guys are down to 400 mils, which is an entire bottle, per feeding twice a day. Once in the morning and once before bed. And right now we have a little creep area set up in the bottle area where they can have some creep feed. They can eat hay with their moms. They have free range of the entire barn, as you've seen. Would you like some? See, this guy's how the other guzzles, and now he's finished and he's come over. You're the pig in the group. Yeah, you're the big boy. You're very, very large. He's a triplet too. I think you got it all, sweetheart. There wasn't much left. Some more creep feed to their little feeder here. And slowly but surely they'll go over to that now and start eating that as well. I think it's all done, buddy. That was the last of them. There's none left. This lamb, he's was a little nervous about Ben coming in the creep area. Who is that? That's Ben. Ben, you don't need to go in there. Ben, come on out of there. That's right. You don't need to be in there. Ben. So now I'm heading over to the coverall with the bottles for the Dorset group. I was feeding 11. I've got it down to 8. Right now they're kind of self-weaning, which is how I like it. So these guys are getting bottles just once a day now. And how we do the bottles is in the first month, they're getting fed 3 times a day. Second month, 2 times a day. And final month, 1 time a day. And in that final month, we're starting to wean off so that they're getting no more milk. This group weaned a little bit earlier than normal because none of them are true bottle babies. All of them are top-ups. Their mom has half an udder, they're triplets, something like that. I'm topping up. So we were really lucky this year that we had no real orphan. The only orphan was Lazarus, and his mom died, and he never wanted to take a bottle, so he never became a bottle baby. Today Arnie's shop is open, so you can see he just parked the snowblower in there. He's finished blowing everyone's driveway, and you can see from the cuts in the side of the snow how much snow we actually got last night. Doesn't look like spring is around the corner. All I can see around the corner are snow drifts and piles of snow. Today I beat Arnie to this barn, so I'm going to go in and feed these guys their bottles, but it's probably going to be really, really loud until he gets here with the grain. And if you look at the curtains back there, look at all the snow piled up outside. Those curtains in this barn are 6 feet high. To make my way through all these lambs to get to the bottle holders. Some of them are waiting for me. That's Max walking up by Arnie. He always snaps at the sheep and gets in trouble for it. Now he's running back because he's also chasing pigeons. But we got a little more peace and quiet in here right now. Two ewes who came in the creep area. Arnie just let him out. We got a lamb over there trying to eat the snow through the wall. Something new. Now as he feeds creep feed to the lambs, I'm going to head back to the barn and get the Suffolk bottle babies their bottles. There's only about 6 in that group now. There's one of our ravens. Hopefully they didn't lay eggs yet. Okay, so in the Suffolk barn here, I'm just cleaning drinkers and putting down the salt and mineral. And this is what we really didn't want the Suffolks doing, all eating at the trough with their moms. They have a creep area up there. But I think we've talked to you in the past quite a bit about those feeders up at the front with the small spacings, and a lot of people feed their sheep with small spaced feeders because they are very concerned about wasting hay. The problem is that sheep don't want to have to fight for their food. They want it to be easily accessible. So if they have no other choice, they'll eat at those feeders with the small spacings. But usually they'll end up standing in the feed trough and eating over the hay out from over top, which makes the trough area dirty because they're stepping in it, which is not good. And often, if after a little bit of trying at a feeder like that, they'll eventually give up. So they definitely won't be eating the volume that they would if they have a feeder like this where the hay is really easy to get out. These feeders do not waste more than the other feeders. As you can see, the sheep stick their heads in and basically they stay put. They sit in their spot until they're finished eating. Occasionally you'll get a mom like that one who had her fill at her spot, probably emptied it out, and is taking her last mouthful and is going to find another spot where she can eat more. But that's why the lambs are eating here, because this is an easier trough to eat out of. In the creep area, there's some at the creep pens, but I'm guessing that those ones are eating the creep feed. And the ones that are lined up at the front where they do have access to the big feeder in the creep area, those guys are eating hay. So the whole point of having lambs is to grow them, and to grow them as fast and as well as possible, because if you have good nutrition, you're going to grow into be a much healthier animal in the long term. And even if they don't have a long term, because you're sending them to market, you want them to get there quickly and you want them to be in fantastic condition. So I would highly advise not to limit feed on sheep. Don't leave troughs empty. Always have feed accessible, because they are grazers, which means they eat constantly all day long. If you feed them at several times a day and let the feeders go empty in between times, what happens is you'll get gorging, bloating, and it's just not the best way to be fed, in our opinion. Hi, sweetheart. I see you. I do. But you've already had your bottle. The reason we prefer the lambs, not to eat in with their moms is because when they're eating like that, oftentimes a lamb will have its head in between the bars in its space, and a mother will come along and eat over top of it or try to eat beside it in the same bar spacing. And what happens is the lamb gets strangled, and the moms totally can't figure out that they're strangling the lamb. So that's why we like the lambs to eat independently. Hi, you guys. In this barn, this is the newest coverall. You can really see the snowdrifts here. In this barn, the curtains are 7 feet tall. And all that line along there is a snowdrift. I remember yesterday I told you that we were going to trim the wool away from Casanova's face, and I forgot to show you the final result. It wasn't pretty, but he can see now.
Is that a dock tail on?
Yeah, that tail is too docked, but we didn't do that, did we? Okay, bring him around. Casanova, let's see how you can see now.
Buddy.
He had a whole bunch of dirty will knots and stuff hanging in his eyes.
Buddy. Daniel. Eating right now.
There you are. You look so handsome now, and you can see. You can see again. That's one thing you have to watch out for with Dorsets, because they have that woolly tuft. Some of them get really long and will hang in their eyes.
Yeah.
And some of them will have woollier faces. That's why we don't like woolly faces on the Dorsets. We're trying to breed that out of them. They aren't supposed to have it. It's okay, the little peach fuzz, but you don't want it looking like a Southdown. If you wanted it looking like a Southdown, you'd have a Southdown. Hi guys. And we can almost climb to the top of that coverall and go tobogganing. That's not a hole, is it?
Huh?
That's not a hole, is it?
Manhole.
That's not a hole.
It is.
That big, Arnie.
What is it then?
I don't know. Dirt?
Come on, do the math.
Dirt?
It's a post.
Oh,
I
yeah, it
just
is
folded
the
that.
post. Yeah, that's right. I don't have my glasses on. We could almost go tobogganing there. Oh, look at that. That. See, this is the middle coverall, and the curtains are practically all covered. Now that super insulates the barns. But yeah. Okay, so we got one raven on top of the silo there, and I was hoping they weren't sitting on eggs yet, but if you look really carefully, see that black head? We got someone sitting in there on eggs. So I think we're gonna call that a day. We're out of cream for the coffee, and Arnie can't live the weekend without coffee. So we're off to town to do chores. Thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join us tomorrow for the next episode at Ewetopia Farms. Bye for now.